What's up everyone and welcome to another JJK Phantom Parade video. This time we will be doing a build guide and showcase, as you can tell from the thumbnail and title, for the God tier support unit SR Yaga. Now before we get started, don't forget to like and comment on the video. It might not seem like it does a lot, but it throws the video through YouTube's ever-changing algorithm. Help us win the war against the algorithm. All right, let's get into it. So first and foremost, Yaga is a enhancer. He's a buff unit. You will not use him for DPS at all. He is strictly there for his skill 2. His skill 2 increases all allies' physical damage, curse damage by 27.8%. I have it at I think level 5 or level 6. So I'm getting about a 35.8% buff, which lasts for four turns, and it's both physical and cursed energy. I mean, it's insane. He's a god tier unit. With Yaga, you're basically only going to be using his skill 2. You're not going to be using anything else. His ult possibly, to help break, but his ult does, let's see, it decreases the enemy's physical curse damage by 25.4%, and it obviously, when you level it up, it gives it more, and it increases the selected enemy's damage received. So this does help if you want to pair it with a Gojo nuke strat. You can buff the entire time, then pop this ult, pop Gojo's ult, and you will have a bunch of increased damage on the enemy. I mean, he's literally god tier. He makes sure your units hit like absolute trucks. Now, I will be putting timestamps in the video as well, so you can just fast forward to parts that you want. Now I will be going over his skill priority and which to level first. Obviously, you're going to want to level his skill 2, his buff, first. Get it as high as you possibly can. You will basically only be using his skill 2. I don't care. You will use his skill 2. If you don't have cursed energy, you're going to fill a turn with skill 1. But if you pair him with the yellow rare Kaito, and Kaito has, with his skill 3, cursed energy regen, you will never, ever run out of cursed energy. You will always be using skill 2 the entire battle, fight, whatever. The second I would upgrade on priority is ult, just because this is basically the only other move you're going to use. If you wanted to, after his ult, you could level skill 1, then skill 3. You're never going to want to use skill 3 because it takes 30 cursed energy, and it could mess up your refund rate if you're running a Kaito's refund team on your cursed energy. It could just leave you with 10 left instead of 20. We don't want that. We want to always have uptime on this skill 2 buff, and we want to stack it. The buffs do stack, so if you just keep popping this the entire fight, you're only going to keep making your attackers in the back stronger, stronger, and stronger. All right. Also, I didn't preface this. You want to build him as a buffer. You do not want to use him as a pseudo DPS buff unit. You want to invest everything in his buffs. DPS, no. You have attackers in your back row on the team for that specifically. So why not let them fulfill their job and have him help them? You know what I mean? All right, now we're going to go into memories. So for the gotcha memories, hands down the best one and the one that I use, this one right here. Unity from top to bottom. What it does is it increases all allies' ultimate skill gauge charge rate by 30%. Now in domain investigation and anything that has multiple rounds or multiple waves, this is so good, especially for a Gojo nuke strat. You can help him build his ult in almost 2 or 3 turns, especially if he KOs a unit. He can build it in, I think, 2 turns minimum. 30%, fantastic. Now for any other thing, you could put Death by Wasp on him. This is an SR free to play that you can get from the friend point exchange in the shop. It increases all allies damage dealt by 10%. It's nowhere near as efficient as the unity from top to bottom, in my opinion, but it does provide a damage dealt party-wide buff for 2 turns, And that's what you're doing with him. Anything for the free to play, I'm not going to go through every single one of these. If you have any of these that buff the party, whether it be damage, if it heals everyone, if it gives cursed energy, work with what you got. Top to bottom, importance, it would be the ultimate gauge, unity from top to bottom, literally. Next, I would do maybe party-wide attack. Heals would be last. You could always put heals on your other buff unit that you have, probably SR Nanami. You can put that on him, on the recollection bit on the Nanami, heal with him, and then specifically have your Yaga built for buffs. This is also good, like I said. Now I will go into the showcase. Now here we are with the Yaga showcase. As you can see, I have unity from top to bottom on him. It refills 30% ultimate gauge for my teammates. It helps 30% refill rate. My skill 2 is level 5. My ult is level 2. Everything else is level 2. I do not worry about them at all. My Nanami has a heal on party-wide. My Kaito yellow, which is the rare curse energy refund one, 15% because I have this maxed out. So it does help it a lot. And then my Gojo just has something that'll help with his damage. Nothing crazy. I really need hollow purple. I didn't manage to get that, unfortunately, but we work with what we can, you know. So as you can see, we're going to pop that immediately, party-wide buff, that refund, and then this. This showcase is going to be extremely short because my Gojo is just going to absolutely decimate. Nice, we're just gonna keep getting this up. I know this might be a boring showcase, but this is literally what he does. He only uses skill 2, and you can see the uptime on his cursed energy and everything. It never goes away. So, look, boom. You have 30 every single time. Pop this again. Keep popping this. I could probably attack with my Gojo, but there's no reason to. Alright, now what I'm going to do is pop it one more time. Do this just to heal, just for funsies. Do this because his ult will help my Gojo do more cursed technique damage. Boom. Boom. This might not one-turn KO, but it will get him pretty low. And then I can hopefully show you Yaga's ult if he gets cursed energy after the breaker, or ultimate gauge, I mean. Boom, one turn. Look, that was, what was that, a million or was it 189k? I couldn't even see. Let's see what it gets in total. 242k, so it was probably over a million. I don't know. It was insane. But look at that. That's one of the new formidable battles that you get from the event. That's about it. You're literally only using skill 2 on Yaga, keeping uptime on his recollection bit, using his ult sparingly whenever you can, if you can pair it with somebody, if you want to get some damage up and all your buffs are still up for your team. That's about it. All right, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you on the next video.